One of the building blocks of your child developing their mathematical skills is understanding our base 10 system. And that is that when we get 10 of one thing, it makes 1 of another. So for example, our starting is when we get 10 ones, we can also call 10 ones 110. And what I've got here is a group of 10 or a bundle. And it's crucial that the children understand that 10 of these single ones is the same as one bundle of 10. And it's much easier to count 110 instead of 10 ones. But you might not have these ice cream sticks at home, so how can you improvise? One way is to do this. Milk carton lids, or milk carton tops. Similar thing, when you get 10 of these, it could be 10 of them in a bundle together. Or you might say 10 blue could be worth 1 green. And then 1 green could be worth 1 yellow if you have a yellow on hand. It's just making sure that we know that 10 of this makes 1 of these. 10 of these makes 1 of these. What else could you use? We've got milk carton lids. You might have, another thing we use a lot of at school, are the counters, the plastic counters. I hear you saying, but we don't have those. When you get 10 of these red ones, you could get 1 yellow. When you get 1 yellow, you get 10 green. You could use a number of things. You could use jelly beans, you could use Smarties, Skittles, and then your children might like to eat them afterwards so they can eat their maths. What a motivating factor that would be. I've also got, at shops you can often find coloured matchsticks. Once again, once we get 10 single matchsticks, I've bundled together 10 of them to make 110. As I said before, I can't reinforce enough that we must understand that 10 of these makes 1 of these. If your child still needs to take this apart to understand that it's 10, they haven't reached a stage of understanding that the ones make tens. It's a developmental stage that they will get past eventually. So, how can we play this game? What I've done here, I've used something else that's in many cupboards. I've got the spaghetti out and I've broken it up into smaller pieces. This will represent my ones. And I've got 10 of them. Tape them together, that makes it 10. 10 ones, 110. And I've got a number of 10s. So every time I get 10 ones, I give myself a bundle. This is something we do a lot of at school. So here's how it works. I always bundle for my ones. I'm going to roll a dice. You can see that I've got a dot dice here, 1 to 6. I'm not using a 1 to 10 at the moment. I want to just use a 1 to 6 to give them more experience with bundling. Or you could use a number dice. Okay, your children might find that the dot dice are easier to start with. Progress to these. I'll use the dot dice. I roll. I always make the ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'll go to the next row to put my 6, because this in itself is another developmental factor. If we can see that the top row is full, they're rolling around a bit here, sorry, that we know that's always going to be 5, and 1 makes 6. I roll again. 1. I put 1 more bit of pasta there. I roll again. 1. Another 1. At this stage I might say, how many have we got now? Instead of counting all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I could say, well, 5 plus 3 makes 8. 6. Now I'll put all 6 down. 1, 2, start a new row. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just slide it up so you can see it's out of camera range. What you'll see now is that I've got 5 and 5 makes 10. I'll take that 10 off the board and replace it with 110. So 10 ones became 110. I'll slide the other ones up. That's the start of my next bundle. I've now got 10 plus 4, which makes 14. I roll. I get 6. I place them all on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We'll see that I've got 5 and 5. I'll take them off because 5 and 5 makes 10. 10 ones is, whoops, the same as 110. I only have 2 10s, no ones. My score is 20. I roll again, a 6. I put all 6 out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll start a new row. 6. I roll 2. 1, 2. If someone asks me what my score now is, I got 2 10s, 5 ones, 3 ones. That's 25, 26, 27, 28. I roll again. 3. Put them all out. 1, 2, 3. There's 10. I take those off. Gives me a 10. That one that was still there is the start of my next bundle. I have 3 10s, 1 1. My score is 31. We can keep playing for a certain amount of time. You can set a time limit, and then we might stop. I'll say write down your number. So I've got 3 10s, 1 1. My answer is 31, or my total is 31. Other children might have totals of 67, 400, who knows. So we write down our number. The next stage of this activity, to take it further, is this. I can introduce a number line. Now, if we had a few numbers, let me just put a few more examples here. Someone made 25, someone made 56, and someone made 49. This is some samples of numbers that could come up if the group of people did it. Or, if you're doing it on your own, you could do it a number of times. If I said to you, put them in order, lowest to highest, it would look something like this. So 25 is my smallest number. Then I have 31. Then I have 49. Then I have 56. That's in order of lowest through to highest. And it doesn't matter if I put it like that. Over this side, they are still in order, lowest to highest. Or I could move them all over here. They're still in order, lowest to highest. But we can change it somewhat. If I said put them on a number line where they would appear on a number line of 0 to 100, it changes. Some numbers are easier to place than others. For example, if this is 0, this is 100, halfway is about there. I know that 49, which is close to 50, would be about halfway. So I would put it roughly there. As you see, I've got big bits of paper, so I could trim these and make them smaller. So 49 would go about there at the halfway mark. I know that 56, it's going to be a little bit more than halfway, not all the way, probably close to 49. So 56 would possibly go about there on the number line. I know that 25, well, if that's 0 and 50 is here, halfway between 0 and 50 is 25. So I might put my 25 at about the halfway mark there. Once again, it might be easier if you even wrote the numbers in there so you've got more room to fit them in. And 31, it's fairly close to 25, so it'll be just a bit forward there. So it's a different story when you're putting them in order just from lowest to highest compared to where do they belong on the number line. Very different concept. And this is the concept that we're really trying to develop with the children. Older children, you might get bigger numbers. You might let them start at 500, for example, and bundle from there. That would mean that their number line would need to be extended from 0 to 1,000, or you might start from 1,000 to 2,000 and let them start at a high number for their bundling. There's quite a number of ways of doing it. So that's just bundling. As over time, we get faster and faster at it, and building our numbers, understanding where they go on number lines, and I hope you have a lot of success with that.